Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 3000 BC. The album, Dad AF. Rock on, gold dust woman. You know what just occurred to me? If these beauty influencers that I talk about on a regular basis, if they really do watch my videos, even though they always say they never watch drama videos, which is total BS, they watch our videos. But if they do, you know they have to live through that intro with you every single day that they watch my videos. Hi, Jeffree Star. Hi, Jaclyn Hill. They probably don't watch my videos. Anyway, well, I know Jaclyn does because she said something about it in a video one time. But anyway, I don't really care if they watch my videos or not. I just care that somebody watches my videos. So thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. Are we ready to get on? Now listen, I just got back. Oh, I kicked my shoes off. They're over there. Hold on, you want to see them? Okay, I just had my personal training appointment and had to kick off my shoes. So I'm back here. She worked my butt off. Oh my God, I had to do that inchworm thing. I hate that. I said to her, I go, why am I doing these inchworms and everybody else in this gym is like lifting weights and being on the treadmills and doing this? And she goes, well, you want to look really good and be in shape, don't you? I go, do you see these people? They look like Instagram models. They're not doing no inchworms. She started laughing. I hate that inchworm thing. Do you know what I'm talking about, the inchworm thing? I hate that. So anyway, so I got back and I was like, okay, I'm going to make this video. And so I watched the Jaclyn Hill video. There is a hair hanging off my hat. I don't know where. But anyway, I watched that Jaclyn Hill video, 28 minutes long of her doing her monthly favorites. We're going to talk about that in a second, and I did y'all a favor, okay? Oh my God, that video had bore snake. I'm sorry, Jaclyn, okay? I know people love your, what is with this hair? It's like, I'm not even lying to you guys. Look at that. Do you see? Here. Evidence, receipts. That video, like, I know people love her reviews and love her tutorials and stuff, but I was like this. I was about to pull out my eyeball, seriously. Anyway, then I watched Jeffree Star's video, and you know, his video was okay. The first 5 minutes of it, I'll tell you about that in a second, but I was okay. It was whatever. Jeffree Star comes up with creative content. He does, you know, creative content. He comes up with cute videos. They're fun to watch and whatever. And today he went shopping, or the other day he went shopping at the Dollar General, and he supposedly shaded James Charles, and that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about my opinion. Not everybody else's opinion, my opinion. You can share your opinion in the comment sections. In fact, it's just like we're sitting up in Peter's kitchen with my new Starbucks tumbler, Halloween, don't be jealous. And I'm in such a good mood today that I may make 2 videos. My second one may be a rant video, because listen, I got a list of issues and a letter from the Census Bureau, so I am ready to go, okay? And if you don't know, my rant videos are all meant to be humorous. Okay, so let's get into this video. We're going to talk about Jeffree Star first, and then we're going to talk about Jaclyn Hill and all this kind of stuff. Oh, when I show you this clip of Jaclyn Hill. Okay. So Jeffree Star made this video, you know, and listen, you know, when you come over here, you're getting as unbiased as I possibly can be, as transparent and as objective as I possibly can be. So if bias is coming through, I'll let you know, okay? I have an issue with sitting and watching somebody so stoned they can hardly talk in a video. I don't really care to see that, okay? Jeffree was so high in this video that the first 5 minutes he was like slurring, and there was a part where he and Nathan were kind of looking at each other, and it was like several seconds went by, and it was just very confusing to me, and I don't love that, okay? The rest of the video I thought was completely fine, but the first 5 minutes of it to me was completely, I don't know. People have such an issue with giveaways. He gives away 2 Birkins that are about $10,000 or $15,000 each, okay? 2 Birkins. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Judy Sue is going to win this Birkin, right? And she lives in the middle of nowhere, and her daily day looks like going to the Burger King to get the Impossible Whopper and going up into the Walmart, and she could carry a $10,000 purse with her. What is going on over here? Oh, but the only thing that you have to do is follow Jeffree Star and Morphe. Okay, well, we can stop calling Jaclyn Hill Jaclyn Morphe Hill from now on, okay? I think we might want to call Jeffree Morphe Star from now on. I'm just saying, okay? To be giving 2 Morphes, or 2 Morphes away, give it away, who'd care anyway? To give 2 Birkins away, but you have to follow Morphe, I was like, seriously? And nobody is calling this out, like, it's baffling to me, okay? Birkins, you guys. We're not talking about this, right? But let's also say, if it was anybody else in the entire world, and I already know before I say this, people are going to be like, well, Jeffree Star does so many good things, he always gives away. I know he does, right? I know he does it a lot. But if this was anybody else giving away some high-end purse like that, people would say, oh, they could donate to this person, they could donate to that person instead of giving the Birkin away. I know everybody in the world wants to own a Birkin, but I just think giving 2 away in a video, I was very confused by that. So then he goes up in this Dollar General thing, dollar whatever it is, Village, who cares? What has my life become, okay? Anyway, so I'm watching this video, and it's real cute, you know, like him and Nathan's brother, they're like going into the Dollar General, and their grandma lived across the street or something. They used to go visit her. I don't know what her name was, but anyway. So they go into the store, and he's like walking down the aisles, you know, like, hey, how you doing? To all the people, tell your moms I said hi, and all that kind of stuff, right? At the beginning of the video. It's actually kind of, to me, what's funny about it is, just imagining being in the Dollar General and all of a sudden Jeffree Star walks into your store in the middle of nowhere. What? Like, do they know who he is? Do they not? You know what I mean? So he goes back and he's going to this makeup area because Dollar General, am I even saying the right place? Dollar General, Dollar General, yeah, has their own makeup line now. So he's going to review their makeup line and all this kind of stuff. And he goes over and there's a Wet n Wild section. And he says, he looks at it and he kind of like turns his head and he says, do you have the new James Charles palette? Okay. Well, this is what everybody is talking about, that Jeffree Star shaded James Charles. Absolutely, he shaded James Charles. He shaded the whole situation, okay? And depending on how much you love Jeffree or don't love him is how far you see it. I don't think he'd for 1 second be like, no, I wasn't shading James Charles. I think he knows he's shading James Charles. I think he thinks the whole thing with Wet n Wild and James Charles is absolutely hilarious, and that's why he said it, okay? And to some degree, I thought it was real funny in the video. I really did. And I think this is where we misunderstand kind of the difference between being a shady person and throwing shade, okay? Not that I'm saying that Jeffree Star is not a shady person. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's evidence to that I've seen. But in this specific situation, I think he was just throwing shade. And to be funny, right? And you know, listen, when I was growing up and I came out on my 18th birthday, okay? And when I came out, I was around a bunch of drag queens here that I was carrying their drag into bars at 8 o'clock at night so I could get into the bar so I could be there when the fun started, okay? And by fun, I mean cute guys, okay? That would maybe buy me a drink or something like that, and then we watched the drag show. It was real fun. That's all you need to know about those nights. But anyway, so, you know, they all threw shade at me constantly. You know, oh, you think you look good in that outfit? Oh, that's why you wore that outfit out? Okay, I gotcha. You know, stuff like that. It was constant. It was constant. They let me have it. And that's kind of what he was doing in the video. Oh, Wet n Wild, you have new James Charles palette. It was funny, right? Well, everybody's saying that Jeffree Star is shading Wet n Wild. Well, I think this is really like Jeffree Star's superfans that are saying that. Because if you watch it in the context, what it really is that Jeffree Star has sat back and watched this whole thing go down with Wet n Wild coming out with this similar dupe or whatever you want to call it, similar palette, and James Charles go crazy. And I think Jeffree Star's over there snickering going, like, why are you losing your mind over this, James? And he thinks the whole thing is hilarious, and that's why he said it in the video. That's what I think it is. He's not shading Wet n Wild. He follows Wet n Wild, okay? This is about James and him just throwing shade at the situation and thinking the whole situation's funny. It just really is not that deep. But no, he's not throwing shade at Wet n Wild. It's about James Charles, okay? And I think it's a little bit of teasing. I think this goes along with the whole cancel culture thing, right? Is that, yes, they have a lot of like back and forth that goes on with them, and there's a lot of like underground stuff going on that I don't understand. But I also think that he knows that making a statement like that will really piss James off, right? He could have edited that out of the video. He didn't edit that out of the video. He left that in there, right? So either James and him are really good Judies again, and he knows throwing James' name up in a video is gonna be everybody speculating that him and James are good friends again, and he was shading Wet n Wild, or he was throwing shade at James Charles. You tell me which one you think it is, okay? This isn't brain science, let's just be for real. And I just don't think that he cares anymore. I think he's just like, I don't really care if he's pissed at me. The whole thing was foolish. That's what I think about the whole Jeffree Star thing. I don't think it was that, you know, whatever. But I do think that they're gonna start going back and forth. And, you know, James came out and made some comment about this palette, and he said something about like, I don't know, like low cost makeup or something, and then everybody came for him, and then he put something up because they were like, oh, like this, like that, whatever. when basically everybody in the world thinks that Morphe is low-cost makeup. Let's just be for real. I just watched Jaclyn's video where she said, I'm not going to talk about my own products, but Jack Attack, her Morphe code is underneath there, and she talks about two of the major things she talks about in her video are Morphe products. Girl. So anyway, but, you know, she uses this whatever at the beginning, and it's like, she's like, $9. Can you believe it? It's only $9. $9. And it's a Morphe product, okay? James Charles, your palette is cheap. People know that. It's not like this hugely expensive. It's probably one of the most expensive things that Morphe has over there, okay? So anyway, that was the whole thing with Jeffree Star. I just really don't think it's that deep. Listen, if you're one of his super fans, please don't come for me, okay? I'm not really in the mood for it today. If you want to disagree with me, please disagree with me all day long. We can sit there, but I'm having too fine of a day. I am in too great of a mood that I don't want to argue with you. So peace and love. Okay, let's move on to Jaclyn Hill. So I watched this video of Jaclyn. Well, first of all, before we get into this, I need to show you a little clip. Are you guys ready? Roll it.
One. Hey, how's that straw? How's that straw?
It's literally a tampon.
Austin's like, wait, let me get one.
Wait, where are they?
Oh my God, I swear that's not a tampon. I don't drink my drinks from a tampon. I drink them from a straw. But anyway, apparently Jaclyn Hill does. That's how she likes to party. Don't be tardy to the party, Jaclyn Hill. Anyway, so I thought that clip was kind of funny, so let's talk about that. But anyway, oh, by the way, okay, she's drinking alcohol in the clip. You can see that. So for all the people out there that continue, I mean, literally every time I make a video, people speculate in the comment sections. They're like, Jaclyn's pregnant, Jaclyn's pregnant, Jaclyn's pregnant. Jaclyn has come out and said she's not pregnant. Can we just stop with that, please? Like, come on now, leave the girl alone on that. So anyway, I watched this video. It was 28 minutes or 38 minutes or 58 minutes or 2 hours, I don't know, whatever, long of her doing her monthly favorites on her face, okay? It was okay. I mean, I was like I said, I was pulling out my eyeballs by the end of it. But what was interesting to me on this was that Jaclyn made a point of saying, listen, okay, I am siding with all of you. Leave me out of this. Except for Morphe. By the way, she linked her Morphe Jack Attack code underneath it, and then goes to the very bottom and says, some of these may be affiliate codes. Is that affiliate code, Jaclyn? Because if it is, that is not the appropriate way to disclose it. I don't understand why we do not know this by now, okay? That right with the affiliate code, you have to let people know that it's an affiliate code. You can't put it 3 paragraphs down where nobody reads that underneath your PO address, okay? I'm just saying, PO address. Your BO address. I don't know, stinky. But underneath your PO box address, okay? That's not where it goes. If anybody wants to know, I can send you the FTC information on that. It's really not that deep. It's really not that difficult. And I don't really understand why people don't understand this. It's really pretty simple. Okay, so she goes in and she first talks about this thing and she thanks James Charles for introducing her to it and blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, okay, this is really interesting that right out of the gate she's talking about James Charles, okay? Then she goes in and she says she's not going to talk about her Morphe palettes or use her own palettes or any of this kind of stuff. Well, she does. She talks about Morphe twice in there, and she pushes 2 Morphe palettes. One of them is the palette, Jeffree Star's Morphe palette, that she does her entire eye look with all the eyeshadow palettes. It's whatever. It's a pretty palette. I don't know a whole bunch about palettes. I'm not going to sit on here and act like I do. But she does look gorgeous. I mean, she looks great at the end of the video. I loved this look. I mean, if I saw her in a restaurant, I'd be like, that girl is really pretty, you know what I mean? And she has fantastic makeup on. I know that much. And I know that she does also talk about how one of her old faves that she's been using recently is Kat Von D. And I was like, well, this is interesting, okay? Now we've covered James Charles, Kat Von D, Morphe. Then she goes in and she talks about Jeffree Star and the Morphe palette, okay? So she's not going to use her palettes, but she's going to use her Morphe palettes. She's not going to use the Vault. Thank God, okay? Thank you, Jesus. She's not going to use the Vault, but she's going to use a different palette, okay? And of all the palettes she's going to use the Jeffree Star Morphe palette. Oh, and a little bit of Norvina. Like a little bit of Norvina. Like maybe 2 colors or 3 colors. And she goes in there and she shows it. The Jeffree Star palette is pretty, it is, right? And then she goes in there, she shows the Norvina palette, and then she talks about Kylie Jenner and all this kind of stuff. So she kind of covers her bases in talking about all these people. I thought what what was interesting about this was that she tried really, really hard to use a lot of different products from a lot of different things. And I think what she's saying in there is, like, I am multifaceted. I'm not just Morphe. Jack attack. And I'm not going to just use Morphe products. Could you do a video and not once use one Morphe product? And I just would be interested to see that, okay? I think she should actually do a video and call it full face not using Morphe. I mean, like, not a brush, not a beauty blender, not an eyeshadow, not anything, okay? I actually think people would live for that and think it was really funny. There's your PR advice for the day. Free, Jaclyn. Do a video called full face not using Morphe. People would literally live for it, okay? And it would be calling yourself out, and it would be shading yourself, see? And people would think that was funny, right? So, she goes in, she does it. The look is gorgeous. And, I think the one thing is that in watching it, like, I have friends of mine that watched Jaclyn way back in the day, and they love her tutorials. They love her reviews. They trust her reviews, right? The thing is that I think people have fallen out of that a little bit, not long before Lipstick Gate, okay? Because she pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed Morphe so much. Well, when you only push one thing so much, how can you trust what they're saying about any other products? So she goes in here and she talks a lot about products. So one thing that was interesting to me, and I don't know the history with Jaclyn and Benefit Cosmetics. Y'all can educate me on that. Maybe I made a video and I don't remember. But she's talking about this one thing, and then she, by accident, I think she says Benefit. She goes, oh, no. Like, she, like, corrects herself. Did you guys catch that part? I was like, is this just a joke, or, like, what's going on? I didn't know. So anyway, but she does use all those things. But I think this is also a subtle message. I think they're all sending out subtle messages. And I know you guys are like, you're reaching. Well, here's the thing, okay? Every time people accuse me of reaching, it comes true 3 to 4 months later, right? And then nobody comes back and says, I'm sorry I said you were reaching, right? But this is the thing. They're all putting out little subtle things, right? Like, it's interesting to me that all of a sudden, Nikki Tutorials is over here, and people, like, aren't clocking that for what that could possibly be, that it could be that she's going to be part of the series. Like, I think that's interesting, right? And that she was with James, but then she was with Jeffree. Okay, Nikki Tutorials was with both of them. And then it's like Toddy does this whole thing. Now, I want to make a comment about this Toddy thing. I know Toddy does her makeup with her middle finger, okay? I am not stupid. I was not born yesterday, right? And so many people were like, oh, this is a reach. Toddy always puts her makeup on with her middle finger. But if Toddy didn't want to stir waves, she wouldn't have put out a picture that literally had her middle finger at the camera. She could have picked any other picture from that video to put up. Why that exact moment? That was a statement. She was sending a statement out, okay? And I think Toddy is done. I think she's like, I'm not playing this game. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it. And I'm kind of wondering at this point if the reason that Toddy wants out of this is because Shane approached her about being in this and wanting her to talk about Dramageddon 2. And she said, I'm not talking about Dramageddon 2. I'm not getting back involved in that. I don't want anything to do with it. And what if that's why Jeffree unfollowed her then? That would be interesting to me, right? By the way, and this one lady last night, I got like 5-10 messages from people yesterday showing me that Jeffree Star still follows Toddy. And this one girl was so nice. She really was. But she screenshot it and sent it to me. And it said, Jeffree. Okay, y'all, I check my facts when I do this stuff. I'm not going to say I haven't always got things wrong, okay? I did one time make a video saying Gigi Gorgeous was going to be in the Big Brother celebrity house, and then it came out that she wasn't, and I posted the video, I think at the same time that the information came out. I'm not saying my information is always correct, it's not, but I did check this several times. He also has unfollowed somebody else. Somebody even said that Jeffree always keeps his number at 305 because if it's an area code or something, I don't know anything about that, right? But he was at 306 and he's now back at 305 again today, as I saw, right? He is still not following Toddy. I understand that Jeffree Star Cosmetics is still following Toddy. Jeffree Star, the person, is not following Toddy, you guys, okay? Something occurred between Jeffree Star, and I don't know what it is, okay? Did Toddy piss Jeffree off? And it's like some big deal. A lot of people are starting to say that Toddy's shady. I don't know. Is Toddy shady? I don't know about any of these people. I think they're all snakes on the plane, okay? Snakes on a train, I can't even speak anymore. Oh my God. Snakes on a train, snakes on a plane, snakes on an automobile. What's that? Trains, planes, and automobiles. Do you remember that movie back in the day with John Candy? I love that movie. Anyway, I don't know. It's just all too much for me. But I'm telling you right now, people are like, oh, you're making this all up. No, I'm not. You guys sit there and look at it. It's right in front of your face. Something's about to happen. And when it does, y'all be rushing over to every Drama Channel's video wanting to watch what happened, but we're reaching right now, right? We're not reaching. No, it's right in front of our face. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section. And it's not that deep. So I don't know, maybe I am reaching. I mean, I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.